The year is 1945. The Nazi war machine is crumbling. As fascist regimes all over Europe collapse, those who once looted and terrorized the continent now look desperately for any way to escape. For them, this war is over, but they are already laying plans for the next one.
Have all the transfers been arranged?
Yes, they have. The gold left Montenegro 2 weeks ago, and the currency was wired this morning. Everything has been taken care of.
The documents?
Hidden, where no one will ever find them.
Good. Now let us depart before this place comes down around our ears.
In 2005, the terror starts again.
Now, where are those documents Patrick said he found in the basement? My God. This is incredible.
But old hatreds still linger. Old mysteries remain unsolved. And old enemies may yet rise again to carry on their ancient battles, armed now with the tools of modern terror.
The building's clear. Are these the papers?
Some of them. Not all.
So what do we do now?
We destroy them and leave. Then we wait for our next orders.
Only one defense stands between the world and all the forces that threaten it. Rainbow. An international task force dedicated to combating terrorism wherever it arises. Consisting of the best counter-terrorism operatives the world has to offer. Rainbow is the most potent weapon in freedom's arsenal. Backed by the most sophisticated technology available and trained to the limits of human capability, Rainbow soldiers are our best hope in the war against terror. They may also be our last.
I wanted to give it a moment for the music to kick in before I start talking. 2023, on March 2023, marks the 20th anniversary of the release of Rainbow Six Raven Shield, and it was one of the most played games in my library for a very long time, even if I don't have an hour mark against it because it predates Steam. And I know some of my younger viewers will maybe have heard of this, but certainly never played it. But Rainbow Six 3 Raven Shield was an amazing game in its day. And there are games that have come since for the Rainbow Six series that just never quite hit the mark. And although Siege was alright on release, it was never what it was promised to be. It was never what the trailers were or the early gameplay footage. It was always a half-hearted attempt at what it was promised to be. And then it just got ridiculous with all the silly stuff they added. And that was a real shame, because I think they had a good game on their hands originally. But, you know, going back 20 years, almost to the day, you know, there was a beta for this game, and I can't remember exactly when it started. It might have even been in 2002 or the end of. But this is a game that got me into competitive gaming at that time, I think. I'd played a little bit of Counter-Strike competitively, but nothing serious. It was more for fun. But Raven Shield was, you know, we entered tournaments, and some of the guys that I played this game with, I still play games with today. So it's, you know, it's going back a long time for me, and it also shows how old I am now. If you think that I was, you know, heading towards my early teens effectively when that came out. Or late teens. Wow, I'm even older than I think I am. Yeah, that's a long time. That's a very long time. But yeah, I'm an old man now. This is when I could aim. This is when I could snap to people's heads and get a headshot. And I played a little bit of this because I attempted to record it, and then because I hadn't recorded the screen, recorded the game actually bugged with the recording software, and we got to the first menu where I hit play, and it just died, sadly. And never mind, it is what it is. But, you know, these games have their quirks, these old ones. You realise playing them how far games have come. I mean, these were amazing games at the time. The best thing since sliced bread. But wow, are they dated graphically, wow, are they dated in their fluidity, and wow, are they dated in some of their mechanics. But you know what? Even having some rose-tinted glasses about it, going back and playing it is still a hell of a lot of fun. I've gone through the options, I've changed all of the controls because the controls are bananas. Like, reload was on Z instead of R. What is that nonsense? But we're fine now. We're, you know, right click is now zoom on the scope and everything else. But join me, guys, for a little trip down memory lane as we're heading towards the 20th anniversary of this game. And join me for a little bit of campaign play. The good news is this is also available in multiplayer as well. You just have to install a few mods and sort of an open source multiplayer server thing. There are lots of instructions and stuff from Steam for that. But I'm just going to head into the campaign today. And I'm just going to delete this campaign. So I named my campaign over the dog that appears on my videos. So Nova is the dog. There we go. So we're going for veteran. I'm just playing on veteran. Recruit's going to be too easy. Veteran is a nice balance. And elite, I'm not as fast as I used to be. I'm going to stick with veteran. But let's head in. We got an intro sequence and everything, which is... I didn't even remember this.
Terrorists have seized control of an oil refinery in Amway, Venezuela. They claim to have rigged the entire complex with explosives and are threatening to detonate them unless their demands are met. Your mission is to neutralize the terrorists.
So this just now plays through the video and then repeats the video. And I was just sat here thinking about this mission, and I was just thinking, why don't they blow it up as soon as we go in then and start killing them? I mean, they're obviously going to know we're killing their men. I suppose it's a game at the end of the day, but it just made me think. So we got the team room. You have to choose a plan. I'm just doing oil mission. There's oil mission action. I don't really know the difference, but I'll just go with the default. Look at all these. So you can change in and out your guys. You can add some to gold team if you want. But we're not... Oop, I didn't really want to do that. Put him back at the top. I don't think it matters. I think it's completely up to you who you put in and out. And, you know, if these guys... If you get them all killed, I don't know if they get replaced. They could be injured and stuff. And I don't know if they get healed over time. You know, I'm sort of thinking... back to XCOM 2, a much more recent title, and because those games people get healed over time, don't they? Whereas I don't know if that's the case here. But you can choose your people. You've got recon, you've got snipers, you've got explosive or demolitions experts, you've got electronics experts, and they all come with their own kits depending on what you're doing, you know, if you have to defuse bombs or whatever else. And then you got your guy. Okay, you can play as any of the AI. Let's make that clear. But the first person in the list is who you start as. And you can also observe them doing the mission. You don't have to play it yourself, interestingly. The AI don't struggle. And you've got so much choice when it comes to weapons. Look at this. Submachine guns, assault rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, and light machine guns. Yes, we can take an M60. I'm pretty sure the recoil on that will be so horrendous we'd be all over the place. By default, this game has an aimbot enabled. Or aim assist. Question mark, question mark. I think I've disabled it. There's no ticket on and off box. There's just a slider. And you put it right down at the bottom and right to the top. I'll show you that, I think. Can I do that? Options, yeah. Look at this. This is the auto aim. I think this means that it won't try and lock on at all. And I think this is like, as long as you point there, it'll aim. If you point anywhere near them, it'll aim. And if you point generally on the screen, it'll auto aim. So I've got it set all the way down there, but I don't know... I can't see any other settings to disable it completely. But yeah. surprisingly, it has my screen resolution. I didn't think it would have 1440p, but it does. I don't like the creepy camera at the top that appears to be recording me. But yeah, let's get a sensible weapon. I'm going to take a rifle. I've tried a few different ones now while I've been playing around because I did a test, then I tried to record and it didn't go well. And let's grab something. So the L85, we're going to get that in a couple of missions time as a default thing. Let's grab the G36. The game, sadly, towards the end of its life cycle, became about taking the G36K and just spraying as you went around corners in multiplayer, which is a real shame because the game was so much fun before that point. Like, I would sit places with an M14 on single shot and pick people off, or I even once got 2 people in the head in one go. 1 bullet, 2 headshots. Not many games you could do that in these days. I remember it was a snowy map, an alpine map, and I was just lying down looking at this window. And these 2 guys both peeked at the same time and I fired. And it wasn't, you know, I didn't think I killed them both. It was just the fact that the other one leaned out in front of his friend or his teammate at the time I fired. That was very satisfying. Back when I could aim. The G36 is very nice. It already has a scope equipped so it can take a high capacity magazine and never run out of ammo. Because that's always good. You can even take some pistols or machine pistols. You can take a little Uzi. That's always fun, right? High capacity magazine and Uzi. You got loads of options when it comes to grenades as well. You got flashbangs, frags, smokes, tear gas. Yeah, breaching charges. I've done some fun things with those over the years. When I was playing this game in tournament games, I remember the tournament match when there's a penthouse suite and there's a garden at the very top, and there's a door into the garden that kind of loops around, and I put one on the door, and I was the last person alive on my team, and this was back in the days when I could clear the enemy team on my own. I'm not like that anymore, but I remember my teammates were screaming, blow it, blow it, blow it, and I waited, and I said, no, I've got to wait, and I was listening so intently, trying not to listen to these guys screaming at me over the comms. Back on Ventrilo, I think? Vent? Back in the old days. Before Discord existed. And I blew it just at the right moment. And then I did go back and have a look. And it's just a guy like sprawled over the wall at the side of the building. That was quite funny. Ragdolls weren't as good as they are now, obviously. But let's just take some flashbangs and some standard grenades for now. But you've also got like the heartbeat devices, so heartbeat sensors, the wall hack, shall we say. Very good when you're playing with people in multiplayer, or have a team of players, because you can talk to them and say where people are. Doesn't really work with AI, sadly. Demo kit, electronics lockpit for when you're doing certain missions to speed things up. We're not worrying about those today. And then, gas mask if you're using tear gas. More primary mags. We should have more than enough ammo for our primary and secondary weapons. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. You also got armor choices. Light, medium, and heavy. It affects how fast you can move and stuff like that, and how many bullets you can take, shall we say. Not that, if you get headshot, you get headshot and you're going to die. You die very quickly in this. I forgot how quickly you can die. You get lots of options when it comes to this. And there's also winter. It's not listed here. I guess because you're not on a winter map. But it is an option. But let's go. Let's go to the planning room. And this is something that I think is missing from games these days. Look at this. It gives us our outline of what we have to do. There's multiple levels for where we have to go. And obviously other maps have more levels. I mean, this is a bit cheaty. Gives you a complete view of the map. Obviously the enemies aren't spawned, but it can show you where you're going and stuff. I love this type of thing. I think you could even do it in multiplayer. I think you could draw on the screen and stuff. I seem to recall lots of penises being drawn back in the day, as you might expect. But green team will follow this one, and they'll do their own thing, and they'll stop at A. And they'll stop at B, which is upstairs. They'll stop. Where's B? There's B. So they'll stop at the same time as we do, and I can command them to progress. So let's get started. And I mean, it goes straight. You can observe. You can begin mission in observer mode, and then you can take over anyone you want. But let's just go for it.
Remember, this place is
I'm
definitely.
gonna switch to single shot for now, and you just got to be careful, cause the enemy AI are very fast. Like, they will just snap to your head. There's usually one up here. As you can tell, I've played this a couple of times now.
Hostile down.
And then someone will come up here. Yeah.
Threat down.
And it takes a couple of seconds for the enemies to respond sometimes, so you just got to be cautious, because there could still be one down there who's thinking, should I push or not? Green team are engaging. No one there. Is anyone on this side?
Green. Waiting for it. Hostile down.
Green team's issue is they tend to get enemies popping up from behind them. My guys just said contact. Where? Around here? I'm caught on something. There we go.
Threat neutralized.
Sometimes they take a couple of shots and sometimes they die in one. I haven't quite worked that out yet. Could be they have fictitious armor or something.
Hostile neutralized.
See, he goes straight down. I suppose it was a chest shot. I'm not sure the hitboxes. I mean, it could be that if you hit them in the lungs or the heart, then you're guaranteed a kill if they don't have armor. I'm honestly, genuinely just not sure. We crouch. We can crouch. We can lay down. It's all quite slow. Quite often there's someone up here. Can't see anyone this time, though. Just got to be cautious, because if they get you from above, you're pretty stuffed. Can't see anyone up there. Try and follow your waypoints if you're doing these. You can progress them. Get the epic music and stuff as well. I hear talking. It makes me uncomfortable.
Hostile down.
Oh, I think he just said I quit and put his hands up. I didn't even think they could do that. Well, it was risky because we're not going to be up there for a while. Is that door safe to go through, or is it like... I can't remember the map key. Never mind. Let's pop this door open. There's not usually anyone in here. So, green team are going to go in and immediately die, but...
Alpha, go, go, go.
J is Alpha, go, go, go. This is where we have the problem, is this door here. Because they can shoot down at us from above.
Hold up.
I'm telling my guys to hold. I'm just going to crack the door. See that guy there?
Hostile neutralized.
See how much the cursor goes when you're just moving around slightly. Don't know why I'm not opening the door. Oh, there we go. They're pretty good because they the enemy can shoot through the windows here, as well as being down there. So I'm just going to pop the windows from here. And this is one of those games that you kind of... I guess you don't want to charge about too much. See that guy there? I'm assuming he's struggling to see us. Like, that guy... How has that guy not killed me? That was lucky for me, because I'm pretty sure he should have killed me there. Maybe because I'm lying down, he's pretending he can't see me, because the door's not fully open, I'm not sure. I mean, there's that guy there as well. See if we can get him with a frag, shall we? Don't know how far I can throw when I'm on the ground. Not far enough. That was almost very embarrassing. Let's try and flashbang him, shall we? I don't think he was there. So my guys follow me now. I'm really struggling to open this door. I'm worried that this guy is going to be down here. Just get down again and just see there's... The AI is pretty good. Like your allied AI. Green team are doing okay at the minute.
Hostile down. Green, stand down.
There you go. Green team not doing so well anymore. Short-lived green team. I'm going to switch to full auto. Just 'cause I feel like it's better in these closed environments because there is an element in these old games to spray and pray. It's not a term I've heard for many, many years, but as I was playing this, I did just think to myself, this is why that term existed, because back then you did spray and pray a bit. There's no denying that it was part of the game. Now we shot one guy, but is there another one? They're a bit they like to hide behind things and pop up like that in the corner there. I think we're okay here. Yeah. Green team's waving Bravo. We've lost a guy over there. I mean, the graphics, you know, they're old. Let's be realistic here. It's all very old looking. The AI seem to struggle with the door as well if it's not like fully open. So if I just crack it, they don't seem to fire at it much. I don't think there's anyone that way.
Mission completed.
Well done, people.
What? Didn't even go in the main room. That's probably my best outcome so far. I did lose one guy, but that's not bad. Heroic music time. Mission successful. It is weird playing this game again after all these years. Let's go to the next mission.
Operation Cold Dagger. Terrorists have taken hostages in the village of Lamura, Switzerland.
Oh, this is one of the Alpine maps.
Several delegates to the current IMF conference in Geneva. Swiss security forces have sealed off the area in preparation for your arrival. Your mission is to liberate the IMF delegates.
Yeah, I remember this mission. I remember the map rather than the mission. I mean, the mission's going to go horribly. It's to find hostages, for heaven's sakes, before the terrorists shoot them, which just seems like a terrible thing to me. But so let's go to the team room. I still don't know what action means. I don't trust it. Alright, we're definitely changing weapons again. What should we do? An AUG? AUG sounds like fun. I think it's still got a scope, which is nice. We've got a heartbeat sensor and we've got some flashbangs. I don't know about heartbeat sensors when you're playing with the AI. I feel like they're not the most useful thing, because the AI don't understand. I suppose it does give me an advantage because I can see where people are. Maybe we do that then. We'll leave everyone else as is. I'm only going to change myself. Oh, actually, I tell a lie. Medium winter, no heavy winter. Why would we go with medium winter? It's like asking to die. It's a bulkiest armor, reduces operatives' action speed for things such as reloading. I mean, yeah, but if it keeps them alive, or maybe the AI are better. Let's try. Actually, you know what? Let's try the AI with just the medium winter, and we'll see what happens. I'll keep my squad with heavy. I love the fact they all have a story. All the characters have their own story. I don't know if it's taken from Tom Clancy's books, or they made it up, or what, but they all have a little story about them and their background and everything else. And you got all details on their capabilities and stuff. I don't know how much difference it really makes. I don't know if that has an effect. Get details on their... basically their stats, I guess, for their personal stats and missions completed and all of this stuff. I assume it just adds up over the course of the campaign, but that guy's dead. And that guy's injured, and I don't know if you ever get them back. But the plan is over multiple levels here. I think gold just end up holding the area. But yeah, we'll go and see what happens. Deploying team.
Watch the crossfire from the houses. They've got good
Okay.
cover from the town hall.
I'm going to switch to single shot for now, and we'll just... I mean, that scope looks very similar to the scope for the other one, doesn't it? It's such an ugly model. Is there someone in this window? Oh, it's alright, they've killed them. Green's already lost a man. It's a good start, isn't it? We usually have people around here. I'm just going to switch to full auto, because they're going to be close.
Green, waiting for Alpha. Tango, down.
That was easy. There's usually multiple there, because I did play this one briefly earlier. I'm getting faster at my aiming in this.
Tango, down.
I don't think you can shoot through the wood. I really want to see if there's anyone else here. You guys stay there.
Tango, down.
Oh, I was so worried they were going to die there, because I knew someone was going to come as soon as I pulled out the heartbeat sensor. 2 people there. That could be our teammates, though. And there's... Oh, they're enemies, definitely. Because they're too far forward. It says wait Alpha, but I'm gonna kill these guys to help our guys out.
Hostile down.
How did he not die from the first couple of... It's so weird how the shots spread out.
Alpha, go.
Go, 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 Alpha, go. There's going to be someone around this corner. These doors are shut at the minute. Let's just check on 3. Heartbeat sensors, wall hacks, basically. I don't think you can shoot through doors in this, I can't remember. So there's a guy at the bottom and a guy at the top there. There's no one around that side. So I'm looking for someone up there. Did I get them?
Man down. Threat down.
There was definitely someone down. Oh,
For Bravo.
they're not there. I'm slightly concerned that Green's lost so many people. Now, this is difficult because you're trying to save a hostage in the room. I can still hear shooting. I think it's Gold Team that's shooting.
Bravo, go. Tango, down. Threat eliminated. Green, escort.
Now, technically, this should be clear because Gold Team's been through here, I think. Yeah, there's a teammate as well. That's Green Team pushing. Why are we going this way if Green Team's... Oh, yeah, there's Gold. That's one of Green, I think. I guess. Are we good? I think we're good. I'm trying to remember.
Green, hostage secured.
I'm trying to remember, and I can't think to myself Was it that window? There's a window, I'm sure it was this map, where I killed those two people who peeked on top of each other. I kind of want it to be a long thing like this, but it wasn't there. I don't know. Oh well. Mission complete. Unfortunately, we lost 2 members of Green Team.
Hostage
Mission
secured.
completed.
Outstanding, but don't get too comfortable yet.
Well, I'm not really comfortable because I still lost 2 guys. Really wants to congratulate you so much on it. But I feel like people are just dropping dead.
Operation
I suppose it
Mountain
expects you to lose people.
Several terrorists managed
Unless I tried to
escape
solo
while
it.
hostages before your arrival. At the mouth of a tunnel on the N90 highway, the lead car skidded into the tunnel.
Oh, this is a good one. This is as far as I got, but you get in this one a proper intro sequence.
Retreated into the tunnel with their hostages, using the wrecked cars for cover. Your mission is to rescue the remaining IMF delegates.
What I wish you could do in these missions, and it's something that's in some modern games, a couple of modern games have it, is where you can tell the AI to breach, and they will flashbang a room and stuff like that. A good example, I think, is like you had SWAT 4. I think SWAT 4 wasn't much newer than this. It was about the same era, and I think you could tell them to do that. And what's the new game? And my mind has gone blank. My mind's gone blank, but it's a lot like SWAT 4, the new game. I will put it in when I edit this on the screen. Ready or Not. That's it. Ready or Not. Which is sort of a very tactical SWAT-style shooter. Right, let's go to the control room. We'll just go for the top one again. And British this time. I'm Andrew Burke. Born in Manchester? I wasn't, but at least it's northern. You get a lot of details about these guys. So he's SAS. We're going to stick with that. I mean, he's already got high capacity magazine. I mean, we'll stick with his gear. I'm not sure about that. This is a difficult mission. I got to the end of it, but the hostages are in a room with the enemy. And as soon as you touch the door, the enemy just start gunning the hostages down. It's very difficult. And it's not a long mission, but it's quite frustrating that you get all the way through and then... I'll show you it. You can't roll in and out with your mouse wheel. You have to do it this way. I mean, this is the start. And this is... There's no enemies here. I mean, this is just like free roam. But if I then go down here, you can see... I just noticed there's a back way in up here as well. But you go down into this compound, and this is the tunnel bit, and you're going all through here. It doesn't go any lower, but... There's like an entire section here with these stairs. That stairs there. It's not used in this mission. Which is interesting. We'll follow the plan, obviously, anyway. But yeah, it's like this bit here. To get... It's one room. And I just touched the door last time, prepping to throw a flashbang in, and they immediately shot the hostage. So, we'll have to see how this pans out. Get a little intro for this one. Gonna meet the bad guy. Again.
Get them into the tunnel, now.
Come on, you've got to get up.
Now the rest of you, move!
He's a bad dude. Bad dude.
They'll be using the cars for cover. Be careful.
So, the first part of our mission for our squad is sniper duty. So I'm going for single shot. Again, the way these guns aim is a bit weird to me, so I'm just going to crouch up here. Those guys are going to go down there, and we're just going to start picking these guys off while they look confused.
Tango down.
And more will come.
Hostile down.
See, these guys have a little bit of armor, so they take a couple of shots, some of them. But yeah, here they come.
Threat down.
Come on.
Green. Waiting for Alpha.
I know you're there now. You have to come out sooner or later. There he is.
Tango down.
He must have some armor on.
Alpha, go, go, go! Hostile neutralized.
He had a sniper rifle.
Green. Waiting for Bravo.
Why is that guy turned the wrong way while his friend shoots at stuff? Switch to full auto, because we're going to be getting up close and personal to these guys. The animations were a bit hit and miss back then as well. I think the glass in the cars breaks, I'm not sure. There's damage to that one, but it's always... Oh, there might actually be snow. I'm undecided. Look at that sniper rifle he had. Gives you some good instructions, this one. A grenade on the floor, but it wants us to flash. So we'll lob a flash over here. I think I want 4. I mean, the thing is, it's very hard to judge where your flash is going. We definitely caught someone because they made a noise. Oh, 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 oh. I took fire from down there. Behind that car. Oh.
Tango down.
I mean, you can switch, but I'll just restart it. I'll accept my death and try again.
Let's move on this one. We don't want any hostages freezing to death.
I have noticed that I can't hear them. Like, the footsteps aren't as loud as I feel they should be. And I don't know if I'm just remembering it wrong. But I did notice that, you know, a lot of the old sound things aren't available anymore. Like, you had Creative EAX. When, you know, you had the old sound cards and stuff.
Hostile down.
But you don't really have that here. Because obviously none of that's installed on the machines anymore. It's old technology. So... the sounds aren't great.
Hostile neutralized.
So there's a little bit of sort of relying on
Hostile down. Green waiting for Alpha.
what you see rather than what you hear to some extent. But I'm sure you used to be able to hear it better back in the day. But, you know, I used to have, you know, fancy
Alpha,
sound cards and stuff. So, back then, it was...
Man down.
already? Come on, Green. But I remember there being some really fun missions in this, and Terrorist Hunt was always good. Even just doing it solo. Let's try the flash again, shall we? Didn't catch anyone that time.
threat neutralized. Contact.
Where was he shooting? Down there? Ah! Wow, we lost a bunch of guys there. They're very snappy when they want to shoot you. And you kind of get stuck on stuff a lot. I've noticed that as well. Like, if you're next to something, you really can't lean properly and you kind of get stuck.
Ambush territory.
It's quite... like, here I can't because he's in the way. I think, rather than the... yeah. It's really There are these clunky bits and pieces that I genuinely don't remember there being. And obviously they were there. But this comes to that rose-tinted glasses sort of view of the old game and how it was.
Tango down. Threat down. Threat neutralized.
Come on, there's got to be more of you than that. There we go.
Tango down.
I should really let them get a bit further out so I can shoot them both. We both know the other one's coming back, though. Come on.
Green waiting for Alpha.
Look at the graphics on those electrics, man. I mean, that is awesome. Concerned that he hasn't come back. I'm going to go and have a look. Because I don't trust the AI to not get killed immediately. There's no jumping in this game, sadly. They throw smoke when they get to the bottom of there. It's quite funny. I'm like way ahead of my waypoints. I should also be careful here because I'm sure they can see further than I can. You see it's how all foggy there. I don't know why, but
Alpha, go, go, go! Green waiting for Bravo.
I can hear someone over there. And they made a confused noise.
Hostile down.
Just going to advance my waypoints. There we go.
Hostile neutralized.
See how fast they kneel? It takes me ages to kneel. And they just do it instantly. The swines. Let's throw a flashbang since it's what it wanted us to do. I can't quite decide sometimes if that's like a tutorial thing.
Hostile down. Threat eliminated.
Thought I'd lost a guy there.
Threat down.
Are we good? There's a lot of them in the tunnel this time. Wait, Bravo. Yeah, go, go, go. Funny place to wait. So we're going this way. Let's have a peek, shall we, with the heartbeat sensor and the wall hack. There's someone that way and there's someone there. Okay, so there's someone to our right here.
Hostile down.
Problem solved. Ugh, waypoints, man. Yet. He ran. Which means he could come down the island, I think, as well. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I am reasonably good at watching your back, but...
Contact.
That was that guy, or if that was someone else.
Tango down.
Someone else, because that was that guy, I guess.
neutralized. Threat down.
This is where I regret doing this, but one person there. People behind us, which could be allies, I don't know. He's on the move, he's coming this way.
Threat neutralized.
So that. So what about who's up there? Is that? One on the other side of this wall, but there's people in that. That's where the hostages are. I mean, I don't know if that's hostiles or allies.
Tango down. Threat down.
Where's green team? Why aren't we told to check here first? There's loads of guys in there, clearly. There's still one there. Oh, in that room. Might be another hostage, I don't know. I guess we do this one first. I mean, this doesn't end well because there's multiple people in there, and I don't know if there's two hostages or just one, but...
Tango down.
No, that's alright. That's two hostages.
They're everywhere.
You're okay.
Get me out of here.
Stay here.
You will come back for me.
Follow me.
Okay.
Come with me.
Get me out of here.
I should follow at the back, I think. And now we can escape? Good job I cleared behind us then, because maybe they would have come down to kill us at this point. I haven't killed all the hostages, or all the hostiles though, I don't think, but I guess that's not my job. My job is to... Why are we going that way when we know the other way's safe? Who's in charge of this operation? Our allies have been through here, to be fair. Oh, is he just taking us through... Why? No, we know that way's safe. We've cleared it. Why did you send green team this way? This feels really weird, when we could have just gone the way we came down rather than go a completely different way. Green team could have just contained that area. That's weird. I mean, I know they've killed all the hostiles over here, I guess, but... I'm just having complete faith that they've done the job they needed to do. We're going back that way now? Why are we going this way? Why couldn't we have just come back the way we went down?
Let's get you
Come on,
someplace
game.
to warm up.
The impressive thing is, this game can run in my resolution. Emergency services are here. Wasn't that the bad guy from the start? I assumed he was in it for longer, but it looked like that was his dead body. Maybe they just look similar.
Thank you.
Leave the person that you don't know alone. Secret organization and all that. Everyone survived. Successful mission. Shooting 38%. If that's accuracy, I mean rounds on target, yeah, 37. Rounds fired, 96. Spray and pray, people. That's the aim of the game back in those days. Alright, I've been recording for ages, so I'm going to stop there, but... Thank you for watching this trip down memory lane. Maybe I'll play some more, but I just... yeah, 20 years since the release of this game. I think I'll definitely have to play some more, but I'll see if I can get the multiplayer stuff installed as well. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you soon.